Okay guys, this video is going to teach you how to solve equations. We're going to kind of review stuff that we already know. So, the first step we will always need to look for in an equation. Whenever we have equations, I like to draw a line down the middle to kind of keep myself organized. I then start to look for like terms that are on the same side of that equal sign. I look to see if these were like terms, and by terms, I mean this piece of the equation and this piece. The 6 and the 3 are not like terms because the 3 has an x hooked onto it. Over here, we do not have like terms because 12 has an x and 15 does not. These are not alike. So let's move on to step 2. We look for like terms on the opposite side of the equal sign. So we look for like terms that are back on the opposite side of each other. And we do have like terms. We have this 12x and this minus 3x. And I include the sign in front of the number because this minus 3 is making this to be considered a negative 3 value. Okay, this negative or minus 15 here is also a like term with the 6. These are just plain numbers. They're called constants. So we start to put them together by using the inverse property. I just kind of wrote quick notes out here just so I could refer to them while I'm working. So I'm going to put these numbers together. I'm going to take this one and move it to join this 12x on this side. The only way I can get rid of something over here and move it to over here on that side is by doing the inverse. So right now it was a subtraction of 3x, so we're going to add 3x, which makes it go away. 12x plus 3x is 15x. I'm going to rewrite the rest of the equation like that. Now remember that I said these two were still like terms also. So let's go ahead and move that one. I'm going to take this 15 and add it to this side over here. The reason I do that is that way my equation can kind of be balanced still. I'm going to rewrite this 15x since I didn't do anything with it during that time. And I'm going to write this 6 plus 15 as 21. Which leaves me to get the x isolated, which means that if the x is not all the way alone and it does not say x equals something, that's what I need it to look like. This x is right now being multiplied to this 15. That is what numbers and variables are doing when they sit right next to each other like that. So I'm going to take the 15 and divide it on both sides. I am left with x equals 21 over 15, which does reduce down. It should reduce down to 7 over 5. 7 over 5 would be our answer. It is an improper fraction, so sometimes people will give you decimal answers, but as long as you can figure this out, you'll be able to find the decimal really easy. Okay, let's look at this one. This one's a little bit trickier because it has decimals, but nothing is different. It all works the same exact way that we just did the first one. So let's take the x's and let's try to put them together. Since they're on the same side, since they're on the different side of the equal sign, I have to do the opposite in order to move one to the other side. So let's take away this 0.1x because right here, it was technically a positive number. If there's no symbol in the front, it is positive. And the only way to make it go away is 0.1 minus 0.1. So I'm going to subtract 0.1 on this side as well. And I can't forget to go and take the x along with it. So it looks like I have 0.5x on that side minus 5 equals 7. This 7 just kind of drops down right here. It was a plus 7. I don't need to write plus 7 because that just makes it a positive number. I then move the 5 to be over here with the 7 so that it could go away here. I'm slowly but surely getting things all away from my x so that I have x equals something. And I have 12. The last thing I do is I'm going to divide this decimal on both sides. It is weird to divide by a decimal, but it is doable and your calculators are able to do that. So let's take 12, divide by negative 0.5, or just by 0.5. And our answer, excuse me, is negative 24. So whatever answer you would have got, you just put a negative on it because this is a negative answer. Okay, last but not least, one more equation that looks a lot similar, but something's gonna happen here. Let's put these two together. Let's move this 3x to this side. Take that away, because 3 minus 3 is nothing. But 3 minus 3 is also nothing. Technically, if I want to be technical, it equals 0, which is 0 plus 5. That also equals 0 minus 2, which leaves us 5 equals negative 2. This is not an answer. This says 5 equals negative 2, which isn't actually even true. When this happens, we get a thing called no solution because this equation does not have an answer.